Hello, Assalamu alaikum. How are you all? So, every time I have the intention to talk about the different kinds of legal and social matters, but right now I would like to discuss about the socio-political cultural effect of Bangladesh and cultural advantage of Bangladesh. You know that Bangladesh is actually based on the cultural satisfaction and cultural activities, but most of the time with the people we are not concerned about this matter. We are not concerned about the culture and the cultural view. So here I would like to define the cultural sustainability. Cultural sustainability means whether you will get your effective cultural citation, cultural psychology, cultural effective matters, even the cultural beautification, which has a historical part. This is called the cultural sustainability. So as your intention is to clarify, to evaluate your historical insight of the cultural matter and the cultural insight. But in that mechanism, I'd like to say that Bangladeshi government has failed to patronize our cultural history, cultural ideology, and the cultural effect actually. So most importantly, I have to mention what is the importance of cultural sustainability in Bangladesh. The first reason is that cultural sustainability has a historical past in Bangladesh. So, as a common people, as a concerned citizen of Bangladesh, we have the responsibility to identify the matter, to identify the rational matter regarding to our cultural sustainability in the previous time. For example, before 1000 years ago, Bangladeshi people has a cultural past and the cultural history. Even you know that in that time our dimension was based on the Bengal, Bihar and Urisha. So in that time people has cultural dynamic situation. People believe in the religion, people believe in the music, even people believe in the dancing, writing, and structure, literature. Even you know that we have a profound national poet whose name is Kaji Nazrul Islam. So, if I clarify the activities of the Kaji Nazrul Islam in the present momentum, he is one of the finest poets in the perspective of Bangladesh. In the another context, I have to also mention our biggest philosopher and poet of Bengali culture, who is known as the world poet or Vishwakobi, Rabindranath Tagore. So he is one of the finest edition of the Bengali culture and the creative discussion. But we have been failed to articulate and observe the activities, works, literature, even opinion of Rabindranath Tagore also. So it is on kind of our backlog. So we will not go through the process of identification, justification, and proper prospect. The second important is that whenever you are nurturing your cultural ideology, cultural insight, and the cultural philosophy, and technically it will provide you the history, vibe, and success story of 1000 years. So it's actually literally important for your historical development and historical analysis. Right now, you are enjoying your cultural insight, cultural documentation, and in the future time, your son, your next generation, whenever they have a plan to explore the cultural orientalization, cultural identification, or the cultural view, in that mechanism, they will not get the success because there are no codification, there are no evaluation, there are no sophisticated mechanism in which they will identify the matter of the cultural ideology and the cultural psychology. So this is the basic problem. We have to remake our history and the cultural insight for the future times. Right now we are observing our famous poet Kazi Nazrul Islam, Farooq Ahmed, Rabindranath Tagore. Even we have another poet, what should I say, Jibon Anando Das and Nirmalendu Gun. But you know that after 50 years later, our son and our future generation, they will never introduce these types of artistic figure who lamented, who decimated, even who implemented their cultural antiquity for the Bengali culture and the Bengali civilization. According to Article 2423, there has a strong affiliation. We have to respond the cultural affiliation for the ends of justice, and as a nation we will protect these types of area not only for our generation but also our future generation.